There's literally no music playing. I don't know what I'm doing. Hey, what's up? I'm Allie and welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be doing my January book haul. Now this will include anything that I've bought and also my library books. I'll do the books that I bought first or got, received, whatever. And then I will do the books that I got from the library in the last portion of this video. So hopefully I can remember everything. I have most of the stuff here on my ladder so that I would not forget about it. It's like I have a TBR card that I normally keep stuff on and then it overflows, so then this stuff just ends up here until I'm ready. As you can see, I got some new wig and I am in love with this wig. I think this wig just suits me so well. It's been so long since I've had a shorter wig and this one just has like a really great kind of wave to it. I love it. When it came, it was really shiny. It's still a little shiny, but I did spray it. I've already cut the lace, but other than that, I've done nothing to it, and it's so lovely. It feels great. I've seen no shedding so far, and it's actually really nice because it's a mixture of light pink and like smoky purple, and it just looks so good. It's so good. Now this is from Everyday Wigs. They did send this to me to review, but it's amazing. I love it. I've gotten other wigs from Everyday Wigs, and they are one of my favorites. They're really great quality lace front wigs, and they have all kinds of different styles. They always have sales going on. I think I also have a coupon code, but I'm going to leave all the information for this and this wig down below for you guys, so if you are interested, there we go. Anyway, let's get in to the book haul. Let's start off with my book of the month. I am a YA book of the month affiliate. Honestly, I just think it's such a great price point for a brand new hardback, and they're all a standard size, and I actually really love that they come with a symbol, and then like the hardcover has the little, like, tells you what month you got it and stuff. I actually really like that, and I was really conflicted for January's picks because there were two that I was really interested in, and I thought about getting the other one as an add-on, which you can get an add-on book for only $10, so you really can't beat it. But I I love this cover. I love this cover so much. Woven in Moonlight, and this just, oh god, it's beautiful. It has to be one of my favorites. It looks like it has that like orangey filter that like turns everything kind of orangey, which is like all the craze right now. Look at the lava. They're so cute. So this is about a girl who I believe like goes in place of the royal family kind of deal. Oh, maybe, possibly. I don't know, but she also is very set on revenge, and she can also weave like messages in Moonlight and things like that. She has a pretty rare ability to do that. That's how my mind is reading it. So when the Condessa's hand is asked for in marriage, it is her duty to go, and you know, she has found out that this artifact that he possesses it's missing, and therefore she is going to try to find it with her abilities, and she is going to try to put the rightful people back on the throne. And apparently there are some obstacles along the way with some other characters that we come across. So I don't know. I've seen good things about this so far, and I'm very excited about it. It sounds super magical and wonderful and lovely. I am an affiliate. I'll have the link down below. Some sort of code. I'll put it on the screen, and you can get so much off right now. So I'm very good at knowing this information, aren't I? I also received an ARC, which I was so freaking excited about. This came from Macmillan, and I had asked for this, and they sent it over immediately, and that is The Shadows Between Us, and one of my most anticipated releases of the year. This was a 5-star prediction for me. It was a 5-star. It was so good. This is about a girl who, you know, she's like, I'm amazing, I'm great, I want to rule the kingdom. So she plans to go to the Shadow King. She's going to seduce him, she's going to marry him, and then she's going to kill him. But the problem is that he's not so easily won over, and also other people are trying to kill him, so she has to save him in order to kill him for herself. Otherwise, someone's gonna beat her to it. And it is about like the politics at court and things like that, and it's so good. It's not a hate to love, in case anyone was wondering. Not really. They do have some bickering and banter and stuff that is really lovely, but it's not really a hate to love. It's just a very slow progression, let's say, to the end goal, but you know, she gonna catch feelings along the way. So this is coming out in February, so keep your eyes out for this. Two books, I actually had the arcs of these and I was reading those for a vlog, and during that they actually sent me the hardcovers of them. So one is What Kind of Girl. I love that they redid this cover because the first cover I honestly just didn't feel like spoke to me enough, I guess. I didn't think it was as appealing as this is. I love these like simplistic ones, and I just love the smeared lipstick of this as well. But this is a very heavy book. It deals with a girl who goes into school and she is dating the very like most popular guy at school. He's known for being very nice and very passionate about the things that he does, and everyone thinks that their relationship is perfect, and she comes in with a black eye and accuses him of hitting her. School is kind of torn between what they want to believe. In this situation, do they want to believe like the picture perfect boy over this girl? Do they want to believe her because she very obviously is sporting a black eye? But it's so much more than that. Like, that's kind of the main topic, but there's so many layers in between. This deals with the bulimic, it deals with a cutter, it deals with anxiety, and there's so many other topics that this goes into besides abuse, and it's just a pretty heavy book overall, but it does it in an interesting way. It's told from two different perspectives, and it's a great take on what like society means when it says what kind of girl would, and the questions about what if, why did she stay, why did she stay for so long, why didn't she tell anyone, like things like that, and what kind of girl would do that. But it also says all these other different types of people and how we have these stereotypes of these people, but they can all be one person, and it was just a really interesting take on it. It is pretty heavy, but at the same time does things kind of in a light-hearted way, and I think a lot of teens, unfortunately, could probably relate to the things going on in this. Copy of Belle Revolte, and this takes place in a magical world where women are expected to go into like the Moonlight arts, which is more psychological, doing illusionary type magic. However, this follows one of our characters who does not want to do that. She wants to go and do like the sun magic, Sun Lord's magic, in which she would be a healer and a doctor of things. But the thing is that they say women can't do it because they will die more quickly from using this magic in their bodies. It's also very political in that some of the higher up and more what's the word? More rich, wow, why couldn't I think of that? More rich people use what are called hacks, essentially poor people to do their magic for them, therefore that these people die more quickly, and then the rich people get to live longer because the magic slowly kills you the more that you use it. And this follows another girl who is poor and switches places with our rich girl who wants to go and be a doctor so that she can study the Moonlight magic in a way that she wouldn't have been able to otherwise. So, yeah, that is that. There's some revolting going on, obviously, against the lower class versus the higher class and things like that, and there's all kinds of political stuff in here. And then I was also sent When We Were Vikings, and this came in a beautiful wooden box, and it was one of the coolest PR boxes I have ever seen, although I haven't seen that many. Got a girl who is a Viking enthusiast, and her brother starts making money in a not so great way. So she has to channel her inner Viking in order to confront him, going on a quest for herself in order to prove herself, and it sounds pretty interesting. It has been compared to Silver Linings Playbook and The Curious Incident of the Dog in the Night. Those have both been pretty good things that I've heard, so hopefully this is up there with that. Then in my Unplugged book box, I got Oasis, and this sounds so stinking good. Apparently it's a paranormal thriller, that's what it says at the end of the synopsis, but this is about a girl who decides to be an apprentice.
The rest of this clip was corrupt, but basically Oasis is about the sandstorm that comes and strands these people, and they think they're stuck there. But they end up coming across this oasis, which provides them everything. But of course, it's all too good to be true, and they are all turning against each other, and they have to figure out how to get out.
This sounds so good, and I do believe that it is going to be its own book of the month, so you could get it as an add-on book if it sounds interesting to you for $10. So, because originally on here it has $17.99. Do you want to pay that? Then we have some free books that I picked up at the library. We didn't need these in our collection, and therefore they get put on our free shelf. We don't sell any books, but I saw these and I had to snatch them. This is one of my favorite covers just because of the colors, and that is The Favorite Sister. Now, do I know anything about this? Heck no, I do not. I just really love these colors. I love these colors a lot. This is very Megan Miranda-esque with the cover, and I just think that this just looks so cool. Brett is dead and Kelly is not innocent. So apparently this is about two sisters that are on a reality TV series, and one of them does not live through the series. Oh, and it's a show called Gold Diggers. This follows 5 women with all secrets to hide and only one thing in common: ambition in a world that forces women to make shrewd calculations for professional and personal gains. Ooh, this actually sounds so good, and I'm upset that I didn't actually know what it was about, but this looks... I don't understand the umbrella. Maybe I will once I read it, but... Then we also have Imaginary Friend by Stephen Chbosky. Now, I'm nervous about this because this is horror, like straight horror, and I've heard that it deals a lot with religion, which I don't really care to read about. Sometimes makes me uncomfortable. So we will see, but I've heard really good things from some of the people that I know that have read it, that I trust, and I love I love Stephen Chbosky's writing based on Percy and Wallflower, and that's about it, but I really enjoyed that one. It's one of my favorite books of all time. It's my most reread book of all time. So I understand that this is much different. This is an adult book versus that YA, but it deals with a lot of heavy subjects about a boy who has had some things happen to him. This is about a boy who disappears, and he is gone for almost a week, and then he comes back and he's unharmed, but he is convinced that there is this voice in his head that he has to build a tree house. If he doesn't build it by Christmas, something terrible is going to happen. So, okay, whatever you say. And then the last book that I actually got for myself, I did purchase this. I was looking everywhere for a copy that was not an arm and a leg, and I ended up getting The Rise and the Fall of Dinosaurs. This is one of my favorite books. This is a nonfiction book, and it is about kind of the rise and the fall of the dinosaurs. This actually goes into explaining like what roamed the earth before the dinosaurs, how the dinosaurs came to be, how they came to rule the earth, and then some of the theories as to why, you know, they don't no longer rule. So this is really good. It's also mixed with some of the personal accounts of the author and his time as an archaeologist, and some of the stories that he has to tell, and about how finding some of these things has really changed the way that we look at dinosaurs, and how it's just like ever evolving and things like that. And it is so good. I highly recommend listening to the audiobook because it's really good, but also checking out the physical because it does got pictures and stuff. I didn't feel stupid reading this because he does explain things for the most part. He doesn't use really big words. He uses the dinosaur's name but still explains kind of like what they are, and it's just so good. If you're going to read a nonfiction, it's got to be The Rise and the Fall of the Dinosaurs because it's so good. Okay, moving on to the library books. What do I got? What do I got? First thing that I have that I just was waiting, and then my library got it, and I hurried up and snatched it before it even hit the shelves, and that is Come Tumbling Down. This is the 5th, I believe, in the Wayward Children series. Now, I started this and have realized that you would actually really need to read the rest of the series before getting to this, which I didn't feel was really necessary for some of the past books, but this one, definitely have to read the rest of the series before you get here because it follows multiple characters, their storylines, and is kind of a continuation of those things that have happened. This is more centered on Christopher, who kind of comes from a dead world, but it is based around a possible war that is going to be happening in the Moors, which is Jack and Jill's world. I don't know how to explain this series other than that the overall premise of the series is that there are these multiple doors that could possibly open up for children, and these children open these doors and find a world that is better suited for them than their world that they have now. But for some reason or another, they get spit back into the normal world, and no one understands that they've gone to these other worlds and learned these other rules, so they are sent to live in the house of wayward children. And then they all are waiting for their door. So that's the overall premise. They're so good. They're so short. They're such quick reads. I also picked up Scavenge the Stars because this just seemed so interesting. It was on my list of like releases to look out for. Apparently it's going to be a duology, and it seems like this follows two characters. One is set on kind of getting revenge on a powerful merchant, and then the other one is actually she is desperate to save her sister's life, and in order to do that she makes a pact with the slum. She makes a pact with the slum lord in order to, I guess, save her sister, and this follows them as they are kind of at odds against each other. I don't really know much more than that. Kat Howard has blurbed it, and Kat Howard is one of my newfound favorite authors, so I'm going to trust Kat Howard on this. Maybe I'll do, like, books that my favorite authors have blurbed. We're getting ahead of ourselves. Most of the other stuff that I checked out were graphic novels. I had checked out Lumberjanes Volume 12, I believe, on Hoopla, and read that. Lumberjanes is about an all-girls camp. It is a middle grade series, and they keep getting into magical mayhem while they are there. I did also check out Spectacle Volume 2. I don't remember if I checked out Volume 1 this month or not, but I checked out Spectacle Volume 2, and this has been really interesting. This is about twin sisters who work at a moving carnival, traveling carnival, and then the one sister is murdered, but the other sister can see her as a ghost, and they are trying to solve this, but there's a lot of really weird things happening as well, and the sister who is seeing the ghost doesn't really believe in ghosts, but she's like, I guess I have to, but also I don't, and like, it's just really interesting. A lot of people are complaining about the art style of this when I was looking at reviews, but I low-key love this art style, so I don't know what their problem is, but it's so good, and I've been loving it so far. I believe the third volume is coming out this year, so I just wanna fly through this series. I also checked out Kim Reaper, and I know nothing about this. It was just kind of recommended as I was looking for new graphic novels to read. I feel like I'm running out of good graphic novels for me. Well, this is about a girl who needs a part-time job as a university student, so she becomes the Grim Reaper. This follows a girl who has a crush on Kim and accidentally, I guess, ends up in the portal to the afterworld. Okay. Rapunzel's Revenge. I could be wrong on that. I don't know where I saw this recommendation, but I saw this recommendation somewhere, and I don't know. It's kind of old schooly looking, and it's got a lot more words than I was expecting, but it looks like it's a Western, and someone said that she is just like cutthroat in this and just does whatever she wants, and she's not going to back down, not going to let no one save her, so I'm into it. Why not? Rapunzel's my favorite. So that is actually it. That is all the books that I acquired or took in or took out or checked out or whatever in January. Pretty successful. A lot of new things, a lot of exciting things, a lot of things that I ended up loving. So yeah. I hope you guys have liked this video. Don't forget to subscribe to see future videos from me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next one. Bye!